This is how we start the
you
thing.
Press the button.
Oh. It's working.
What are we called?
The Institute.
Oh, right. Yes. Hello, and welcome to First Impressions. I'm Leah.
And I'm Alex. And we're sort of shell-shocked, I guess is a good way to say. We just watched Black Panther.
Rawr.
Directed by Ryan Coogler and written by Ryan Coogler as well as Joe Robert Cole. Oh, it was gorgeous.
It was. That's
It was
exactly what I thought.
Gorgeous.
It was so beautiful.
Yeah, it was a gorgeous film.
The art direction.
In so many different ways.
The music.
Yeah, the music
the
was
colors
fantastic.
were beautiful. I loved how everything was jewel tones, and it was just, oh my gosh.
I would say this
The costuming was amazing.
This is definitely one of the best Marvel scripts. Period.
Yeah. This was so great because I was surprised at first, I guess maybe like a quarter of the way through it, thinking, wow, where's all the action? I thought this was a Marvel movie. What's going on? But then I realized, wait, no, this is great. It's all exposition. It's all like talking about character backstory and character growth and introducing this whole world and all of these new and interesting characters. And I thought, oh, well, they're going to have the action come later and this is just setting it up. But no, the whole movie was really good about giving a lot of character growth. It wasn't just, okay, here's the setup, and then we're going to have action the whole rest of the movie, like a lot of Marvel movies.
Yeah.
But this was different. It felt more well-rounded.
Yeah, I mean, Thor Ragnarok hit it out of the park for its own reasons, and this hit it out of the park for its reasons.
Yeah.
Spider-Man Homecoming, I would say hit it out of the park for, as a Spider-Man movie on its own as well.
But they're all very different from each other.
Very different.
I loved the casting.
Yeah.
I thought everybody was awesome. Chadwick Boseman was awesome. He was great.
But he hits it out of the park with
he
all
was
roles,
really great. And then I loved
Michael B. Jordan,
Lupita Nyong'o,
Angela Bassett, Forrest Whitaker.
I'm just repeating everything you say. Who else? Andy Serkis was awesome.
Oh my god, yeah. First of all, he is bulked up.
He was like,
I can't tell if he bulked up for Caesar, if he's bulked up for something else.
He looked
Caesar from Planet of the
really
Apes.
cool.
But
he looked.
I mean, he really killed it with the role. And Dana Guerrera.
I loved her. She might have been my favorite character. Oh, and his sister. His sister was great. Okay, so I loved all the women, basically. Like the three main ladies I thought were awesome. Super girl power, super like black girl magic. They were awesome, empowering. Also, speaking of his sister, which I just briefly mentioned before, I loved that she was the super scientifically minded, tech savvy one.
Yeah.
That was really cool. Because, like, she could have just been his sister, and that was her role. Like, so many times in movies, the sister is just the sister. She could have been just annoying or, like, plucky comic relief, or she was just there with her mom in every scene. But no, she was, like, his...
She was a much better version of Q.
I was gonna say Q!
Yeah,
I was gonna say she was, like, Q and M put together. Like... She was really cool. Even Sterling.
Sterling?
He didn't have that many scenes.
Who was Sterling?
Sterling K. Brown. American Crime Story.
Oh, yeah. He had 2 scenes. He's in This Is Us, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sterling K. Brown. I was so happy to see him in a movie. Because this guy's been doing television. And so that guy is also going to play. Like, honestly, every one of these actors are AAA caliber actors, and they are all killing it.
And the guy from Get Out. I didn't know was actually British, but he's British.
Oh, he is British.
This was a great balance and example of integrating bilingual people talking together in multiple scenes. Like, it was really well integrated.
Trilingual. We had Korean. We had a bunch of Korean.
Yeah.
And
that was cool.
We are not Korean, so we have no idea if they nailed it.
I don't know.
I hope they did.
Lupita, you convinced me.
Yeah,
I don't know if you were right, but you sold it.
Yeah. It's an all-black cast, aside from, 5 white people in the entire movie. And
the Tolkien white guys. Get it?
Yeah. Leah saw online.
Sorry, I liked that joke.
That there's a Tolkien white guys, basically.
Because Andy Serkis and Martin Freeman.
So Bilbo Baggins and Gollum are the only...
Tolkien white guys.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Oh, spoiler warning. Like a modern day sci-fi mixed with the tribal mentality of a society. So, you know, worshiping our ancestors, still worshiping the spirits, still, you know, still staying true to the roots of kings and, you know, what is it? Yeah, tradition. That's a huge part that was really powerful for me. Seeing tradition used the right way, I guess. Tradition and honor, I always feel like come very close together, almost hand in hand. And so it's just really cool to see that, you know, his general, she was... You know, her statement of how she protects the throne. She protects what Wakanda stands for, you know, that concept that she's not just going to stand up and rebel. She's going to keep working for that. That was a really good...
That was honestly one of the best interpretations of that I've seen in a movie where I really believed it and I totally bought why. Yeah. And I was like with her where it's like, yeah, you're about... protecting the throne and like how she changed and how that statement changed for her. Yeah, but she still stuck true to it.
Yeah, she stuck true to all her beliefs.
That was so cool.
But the moment that it was like the moment T'Challa shows up, she's like, okay, tradition allows me to, you know, by honor, by what I swore my oaths to, I can fight. Yeah. For the right reason, not the wrong.
Seeing a great technological city, an advanced society, it's showing people Black excellence. And it's showing, you know, young kids and people our age, everybody. It's showing everybody what that looks like. And it's really powerful. It's like I was imagining what that must be like for somebody to see themselves. And it reminded me of the feeling of seeing Wonder Woman for the first time. So in Wonder Woman, the shot where she walks up in no man's land and they're all shooting at her and she just starts walking. And that's such an emotional moment for me, and I know for a lot of people. And I remember the audience like started cheering. So this would have been a really cool movie to see like on opening night. We've seen videos and stuff of how excited people got, and I totally get it. It was really cool.
It is incredibly cool. It is incredibly cool to see a Marvel movie hit society notes in such a powerful and impactful way. And there are going to be a bunch of people who think the movie's too slow, because it can be slow. There are moments where it is very slow.
Yeah, it's not like an all-action all the time kind of movie.
Yeah, it is not an action movie. It has some phenomenal moments. And even the big boss fight at the end between the two guys, they still spoke. It was brilliant how the director had this train that would come through them, but because of the futuristic technology and the way it was coming through and how the sound barriers were working, they could talk. So it wasn't like we fight, then we stop and chat and monologue. It was literally they both tried to debate, and just one guy was so angry, and his anger is so justified. The fact that, you know, T'Challa, the lead, can see that anger and still, I don't know, it was just really powerful to me. It was such an amazing moment of just two ideas managing to talk. This is a hero that children should look up to. This is what it's supposed to be, you know? I mean, DC is taking a much darker turn. Yeah. But, you know, humanizing our heroes is a big part of modern film at this point.
It's cool that he's not just a hero, like a superhero, but he's also a leader. Yeah. Like, yes, he's the king, but he's the leader. So you get both, and you get a great role model for both things. So you see, like, this is what a leader should be. It was a great whole package. It was, I would have loved to have seen it in a bigger theater, bigger screen, louder sound, like getting the whole experience. This is definitely one to see in a theater. Yeah. My one major criticism of the movie, is actually the Avengers trailer. At the end of the day, it was a great script, very well written, but because of how a certain ad campaign was handled for the next movie, you actually
were spoiled. This movie's biggest weakness actually is an ad campaign for another movie. And the other thing is that if you went to this movie, you saw that trailer before the very movie. So, like, for me, when I see a trailer, one of my curses is that I usually remember, like, 90% of the trailer forever. Like, until I see the movie. But for other people who don't have a brain that works that way, you know, they'll see a trailer, won't be spoiled.
Probably more like me.
But if you see that trailer right before the movie, then you were spoiled. Officially spoiled.
Yeah.
Wakanda forever. Wakanda forever.
Yeah.
That's my new Goose Frappa.
What's Goose Frappa?
That's from Anger Management with Nicolas Cage and Adam Sandler. That's their comic. They're like, Goose Frappa. This is Wakanda forever.
Okay.
Go see this. Go see it on the big screen. And we look forward to seeing where they go with it. I don't know if this should have a sequel or not. I mean, I want there to be a sequel, but it's one of those, like, I want one, but it's probably not a good idea.
Why?
I think it would be a phenomenal standalone.
Oh, it would be a great standalone.
Yeah.
It could totally have a sequel.
Yeah.
I don't know what the Marvel Universe is planning for the Avengers and all of that stuff, so
Yeah.
I don't know where they would put the sequel in it, but
Yeah, I would like to.
I would just like to be in the world more. Like,
Yeah.
this world was really beautiful. I'd like to stay in it more.
And I'd like to see
whatever they have
Black
to
Panther's
offer.
journey. There's, you know, seeing
Yeah.
what it's like to be a superhero and a king.
Yeah, that's
really
pretty
cool.
cool. That would be cool to see more of him actually ruling.
Yeah, and I think that if he does join the Avengers, he kind of plays a much. It looks like he's gonna play more of a leadership role because that's kind of what he should do.
They'll probably do it, but it'd be cool if in the next Avengers Infinity War, is that the next one? It'd be cool to see the technology integrated into the culture. Like, I don't know how far after this it would be.
No idea what that movie's going to be like. The trailer makes it look really good. I hope that it's not just another Avengers film. Because it turns out we're of a small audience, but we were not huge fans of Captain America Civil War. It was sort of like,
Yeah. That I kind of felt the superhero fatigue.
Yeah.
At that point.
Yeah.
But that, like, a big part of that is the fact that it's more of the same writing, more of the same pacing, more of the same action and music. So it all kind of blends together.
Yeah, and the villain is sort of like,
Yeah.
These last two movies have had phenomenal characters, and then the most recent Spider-Man was so unique and different, and then the Guardians of the Galaxy are so unique and different. So you're taking all of these basically out of left field hero concepts that have been hitting in stride and really doing it for Marvel, and now they're coming to this film. So like the new and improved Thor is coming back, and
and you get Guardians.
And Guardians 2.
And you have Ant-Man and Wasp in the next one now.
No, Ant-Man and Wasp, I don't know if they're going to be in this one.
Is Wasp not going to be in that?
Because that movie comes out later, so timeline-wise it doesn't make sense.
You're right.
Yeah.
Well, then that's weird. Why did they have them in Infinity War? I mean, why did they have them in
Civil War? Well, they had Ant-Man. They just wanted Ant-Man for the big cool fight scene. Yeah. I mean, the last couple movies have really shown that Marvel's starting to get it with the female.
When are we getting Captain Marvel? Is Captain Marvel going to be in Infinity War?
No, she comes later. She might be. There's a theory that she's going to sneak in, but Captain Marvel is in the 90s. Her movie takes place in the 90s, so it's going to jump back.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's what I read. This is great. As a standalone, it's phenomenal. I'm really, really liking the Marvel's trend right now of really letting different directors come in and bring their own take. I mean, honestly, with the superhero movies we've been seeing.
My current favorites right now are Thor Ragnarok, Wonder Woman, Black Panther, the first Guardians of the Galaxy, the first Iron Man, the second Captain America.
Yeah. Thor Ragnarok and Black Panther, they look great. I mean, Disney, keep doing what you're doing at this point.
So thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys.
First impressions video of Black Panther.
Black Panther.
Do your own
If you like the video and you want to see more, please subscribe on the button down below. Hit that subscribe button. And then if you want to get notifications for future posts from us, click on that bell down there. But yeah, please subscribe. Help support us. And we will see you guys next time on Annihilation.
On First Impressions.
On First Impressions.
So the next one could be Annihilation. It could be Darkest Hour. It could be Phantom Thread. So stay tuned.
Seriously, work on ad campaigns. You don't need to show the final act in a movie in the trailer.
Yeah.
You really don't.
Yeah.
We're talking to you, DC.
And Jurassic World.
The Jurassic World trailer, I'm not sure. Yeah, that Jurassic, but that one just shows them trying to get off the island. The other one
they showed an entire scene.
Oh,
an entire
the problem
sequence.
with the
not even just scene, a sequence.
This is a total.
You see the entire thing play out. You know exactly what's going to happen.
Complete tangent, but the Jurassic World ad campaign. Why do you keep showing the big dinosaur scary moment? Or the scene where you're like, well, I know he survives, or I know that person survives, or oh, I know that person gets eaten. That is like, you've literally taken the very thrill of the moment and ruined it.
Yeah. Yeah, you're showing the thrilling moment, but instead of cutting it right before, so you're like, ooh, what's going to happen to them? I should go see the movie. You show that they get saved by something. You show how they get saved.
Yeah, don't show the save or the death. Just hold right over. There's literally, you should have cut it 2 seconds earlier. We're going to put this at the end of the video.
This is like a
because
bonus,
this has nothing.
because
This is a trailer, but seriously, work on trailers. Go talk to Christopher Nolan on how you do a trailer at this point. That guy doesn't spoil anything, and yet he gets floods of people to see his movie. All right? All right?
It's okay. It's okay. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down.
Stop spoiling the movie in your trailers. Stop showing it. Just make your trailers, like, make them, just capture the tone. The tone is the most important thing. You don't have to tell me the beginning, middle, and end of a movie. I just want to go to see the movie. I don't want a trailer to tell me everything. Everything. I mean, come on! Come on! Wakanda forever.